Welcome to the Lancaster Lebanon Intermediate Unit 13, Instructional Media Services. This presentation is a quick overview to provide you an understanding of all of the tools that are available to you to help maximize student learning through leveraging technology and digital media. The first one we want to highlight is Discovery Education. You have access to Discovery Education, and in this case, it's Streaming Plus. Now, we all know about the videos that are in Discovery Education, but there's so many more accessible resources in Discovery Ed other than videos. There's an interactive atlas, there's clip art and images, but in addition to that, there's also a whole slew of builder tools that teachers and students can interact with. Currently, you might be accessing Discovery Ed through if you go to regular discoveryeducation.com, but more and more districts today are setting up LDAP integration access to Discovery Ed, which means your school username and password is access into Discovery Education, as well as for students to access Discovery Ed. The reason why is because of the builder tools. The builder tools allows you to be able to set up assignments in Discovery Education, develop quizzes and assessments, to develop writing prompts, and also a project called Board Builder. Board Builder is like a multimedia project that students can have access to be able to build projects and to be able to send it to you electronically, very similar to some other tools that are out there as like an electronic media. The other thing available is this global news section in Discovery Ed, which is updated videos that are accessible to be able to show you different features different current events that are going on throughout the world. And these are updated every couple days. So in addition to that, there's many different video resources that are available in Discovery Education. The other video resource we have available for you through your IMS is Safari Montage. The exciting thing about Safari Montage is that it has exclusivity to content such as PBS media that Discovery Education does not have access to. But you see that there's also some other content providers like the Disney Education Productions and the Cyber Science and the old Schlesinger Media concepts and programming. Now, access to Safari Montage is different than Discovery Education. Discovery Education is streaming. Safari Montage is a bit different because we have a local server that you actually have access to. And it's all LDAP, so you log into Safari Education with your regular username and password. So other content that you might see on Discovery Education is all these recent additions for many more PBS titles, the other highlights, and every year they keep adding more content. Now, just like with Discovery Education, where there's access to materials, resource materials for each video, there's also that access within Safari Montage. There might be some quizzes that would go along with it, and you can create playlists for students to be able to access. The other tool that's available for you is Culturegrams. Culturegrams is an exciting resource of primary source documentation. You notice that there are 4 editions: the World Edition, that's more for secondary education, the Kids Edition for more elementary, and then a mixed platform with States Edition and Provinces Edition that students would have access to and teachers can have access to. So the thing about Culturegrams is that it's updated content and materials directly from those countries all over the world. So in order to write for Culturegrams, you would have to have lived in the country or been from the country, lived in at least 3 years, or been born in that country. So you'll see photo galleries and video galleries and a whole bunch of cultural aspects about the country, recipes and famous people bios and world time features and email functions. You notice that the key benefits is that it's truly a cultural focus written from that country's perspective. So it is a primary source, being that, again, that the person had to have lived in the country for at least 3 years to be able to submit any content to Culturegrams. This is a typical World Edition look. So you see, in this case with Venezuela, you see all the background information that's provided that students can have access to. You see all of the other features, the reports, the photo galleries, and tools. And notice that there's also a citation generator for all of the research that's here. And there's also a listen function so that you can click play and then it'll read through everything that's on the page. Exciting feature that was just added to the IMS this year is called Overdrive. Overdrive is a ebook subscription. So working with all of the local librarians from the school districts, we were able to pick titles to put on the Overdrive shelf for you to be able to go in and students to be able to go in and check out these titles. You can go to your Overdrive page through your media center, log in with your school username and password, just like students can, and you can check out titles. You can check them out directly on your laptop. You can check it out with your iPad or other smart device that you might have, or even your smartphone or your iPhone that you might have. The apps are available. You can just use it regularly. It's all mobile based, or you can use the Overdrive app. You could send the title to your Kindle and be able to read for your Kindle, and you have them checked out for a period of time, and then they automatically go back into. So it's truly a loaning service through Overdrive that you'd be able to access. Finally, we also have the Star Labs, which are portable planetariums. The Star Labs are available to be signed out, and you'll be able to access the Star Lab and to be able to, all the materials will be sent to you. The Star Lab, as you see, is this big portable planetarium that blows up, and then inside there's a projector that projects, and about 30 students or so can fit into the dome itself. And schools will set these up in like an auxiliary gym, sometimes a high ceiling library, to be able to have students run through. And there's supporting curriculum all the way from kindergarten through 12th grade the teachers can use to be able to set up and use the portable planetarium. The thing that's important to realize is that all users who sign out the Star Lab, we have 4 of them for sign out purposes, must attend one training session at Lancaster Lebanon IU 13 in order to learn how to set it up, run it, and how to tear it down to keep it safe and protected because it is such expensive equipment. So the IMS 2.0 is here available for you to use. There will be other tutorials that will be available that will give you a deeper dive into what you can do in each one of those IMS tools that we have available for you. But please know that we have an IMS blog. On that blog, it serves tips of how to use the tools that are being provided, as well as other technology integration tips. Feel free, if you have any questions, to be able to tweet us at IU13IMS at any time, and we are here to support you.